And the other says they got there and the stone's already gone. So one of those has to be an error, because either A, they got there and the stone was there, or B, the stone was gone. Either A, an angel came and sat on the stone, or B, there was no angel, stone was already gone. Both cannot be correct. And when you have that, that's not the word of God. That is the accounts of people. Just like the homicide case, some of those witnesses are going to be mistaken. And that's why we don't just go by them blindly. So, Quran is perfect, the word of God. No inconsistencies, no inaccuracies,
Sure.
no I'm sure. Have you read it?
I've read enough.
Have you find a single mistake?
Well, I want to address one point and then I'll come back to this.
So I've already addressed this point.
Okay, but I just want to say something quick.
Go ahead.
The error here is assurance for me. Because if everything in the Matthew, Mark, Luke, John was correct, if everything aligned, I would expect that the disciples did something behind our back.
Really? Were they like evil people? Like they were doing
No, but
so why would they be doing something behind your back?
Because if every detail aligned perfectly,
Right. Maybe it's the word of God and God protected
I can
it.
explain.
Yeah.
If everything aligned perfectly, historically, there is room for doubt because that's corroboration.
Is this a history book or the word of God?
It's both. It's both.
Can the word of God have an error?
Historically, when there are eyewitness accounts, again, you're not viewing the Gospels through the lens of eyewitness accounts.
So then it's not the word of God.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Listen.
Your contradiction that
I'm going to let you finish.
Reassures me that these Gospels are genuine because they didn't collaborate behind the scenes. So there's...
Okay, first thing, just because somebody gets it right doesn't mean they collaborated, right? That's just a false narrative. But the point is, if it's the words of God, then God would perfectly protect it to be as it is.
I'm not arguing a theological truth. I'm arguing here is historical truth.
Exactly. If it's a book of history that is tainted with people's inaccuracies, then that's not the word of God. The word of God is perfect. The accounts of people are mistaken. If me and you agree that the accounts here do have inconsistencies, errors, because somebody said there was a rock.
Because they are eyewitness accounts.
So one of them is wrong.
No.
So was there a rock or no?
That's not.
Was the rock there or no?
Study how historians, medical people,
the rock
look at eyewitness accounts.
There.
You can keep asking this question.
But you're not going to answer it because you don't have an answer.
The main facts.
Okay.
The main facts, right?
Okay.
Gary Habermas calls this the minimal facts argument. When it comes to eyewitness accounts, not every single little detail has to align because we don't expect it to align.
The word of God we do.
Eyewitness account.
The word of God is perfect. Everything aligns, nothing is out of shape.
Okay.
Because that is the difference between the words of men and the words of God.
Okay.
Now my only question to you, if we're going to continue this, is one question. Was the rock there or was it already rolled away?
Historically, these are eyewitness accounts.
I didn't ask you that.
Right.
Did anybody hear my question? Was that my question?
And the minor fact.
Was that my question?
But the main
I'm going to ask
Jesus Christ died and rose from the dead.
I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask you once again. This is the question here. This is my question. When Mary Magdalene or the two or the many went there, was the rock there or was it already rolled away?
One accounts as one thing.
Which one was it?
The other accounts as one thing.
Which one was it?
All right.
Which one was it?
The little facts.
Which one was it? You're not answering.
No, you're asking a black and white question.
Yes, a very black and white question. Yes, I do.
It's simple.
Okay. Now let me tell you this.
It's not that simple.
If you agree that you don't even know what happened when they went,
because
was the rock there or not?
That's a little fact. That's not.
Do you know if the rock was there or not?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
It's a minimal fact.
Listen,
because you're biased.
No, listen. You're not biased, right? Okay. Very simple question. Just
not
answer.
how you look at history.
No. I agree with you. I agree. That's not how you look at history. Because history. You're talking to them or me? Are you talking to them or? Okay, there you go.
It's okay.
Talk to me.
The main facts agree that he rose from the dead.
Once again,
study this.
History is tainted. History is written by the victor. History disagrees. History is filled with lies. Let me finish. Okay, show me one. Bring me a Quran. Bring me a Quran. Quran. Just bring me a Quran. Any Quran. Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't talk to them.
It's so black and white.
Here is the Quran. Show me one inconsistency. Here's the Quran. Show me one inconsistency.
One inconsistency.
Show me one.
Well, the Quran doesn't say that.
Show me in the Quran. No. Show me in the Quran an inconsistency between the Quran, not between the Bible. Show me one.
I can't.
You can't? There you go.
Verses. Oh, excuse me.
Show me one.
I can, but I can't pinpoint you to verses.
So how can you show it to me if you can't pinpoint a verse? Show me one.
The main inconsistency in the Quran.
Okay.
Right.
Between the Quran, not Bible now, right?
Well, first of all,
because I showed it to you between the Bible. I didn't say this inconsistent with the Quran.
No, but you're looking at history and criteria.
I'm not looking at history. I'm looking at divine revelation.
No. What I'm saying is not a theological truth.
So Jesus didn't get resurrected.
That's a theological truth.
But you just said you're not saying that.
My argument was a historical truth. You have to separate.
So are there historical falsehoods in the Bible?
Are there historical falsehoods in the Bible?
Yes.
You're stuck. Show me.
I just showed it to you.
No.
I just showed it to you for the last half hour.
Okay, and I responded to that.
Are there historical inaccuracies, falsehoods? Could it be that the stone was there and wasn't there, or is one of them an incorrect account?
Okay, I will repeat this for the last time.
Please make it the last time.
Sure. Okay.
Remember, you said the last time, so go ahead.
Not respectful, but I will. Okay.
How is it not respectful?
Gary Habermas goes through this in his book.
You're looking at them. You're not even looking at me.
Of course, I'm looking.
I thought we were talking.
Okay, that's fine. Gary Habermas goes through this in his book, and he outlines the minimal facts argument. The nature of eyewitness testimony is that not all the minimal facts have to align, just like in any court case where there are witnesses. The main thing is that the main facts align. Okay? Women at the tomb, this woman, that woman, that's a minimal fact. But what are the main facts? Every eyewitness testifies that Jesus was not in the tomb altogether. That's the nature of eyewitness testimony. It's not so black and white. There are contradictions because that's history, that's eyewitness testimony.
There are contradictions.
In any case, J. Warner Wallace points this out. You can look.
I'll let you finish.
Gary Habermas points this out in his book. You can point them out. So this gentleman now showing me contradictions in the Bible reassures me, if anything, that these are eyewitness testimony accounts, because that's the nature of eyewitness testimony accounts.
Are you done?
Finished.
You're not going to say that again, right? Because you said, okay. But let me finish. It sank in years ago and it didn't work. That's why I'm telling you.
Sure.
If you say this is the words of God, then the words of God are perfect. And historic inaccuracies, where one is wrong because the other, they cannot both be, cannot be the word of God. Words of human in history are filled with it. I agree with that. But that's why we don't depend 100% on them, because humans error. When a homicide detective comes out and he asks people if the stories vary, then he knows some of them are mistaken. If one says he shot him and one says he shot him, yes, the man got shot, but now you're interrupting me. Now you're interrupting me, right? Now, the homicide detective will say, okay, that means one of them is wrong. One person shot. So that means if you agree that those are historic inaccuracies, that one is wrong, one is right, then you have falsehood in the Bible. You have misread the words to understand that this is the word of God. It cannot be then the word of God, because the word of God is 100% perfect, like the Quran, and you cannot show me one inconsistency in the Quran. But I can show you 100 in the Bible. So what does that mean? That means that these are the words of men. And as men err, they have those errors. They cannot both be. The rock could not have been not there and there. That means one of them is wrong. Beautiful. And when you see something that has falsehood and you can't even tell me which one is right and wrong, then leave that which is errored and follow that which is perfect. Thank you very much. Have a good day.